So in the previous class, when we were discussing in that of the garbage, then we were talking about that how we can dispose the garbage. So garbage disposal, it includes a lot of a method and it totally depends upon the type of the garbage which we are using. So let me remind you again, students, that till now we had discussed about that of the composting. Then we discussed about that of the vermicomposting. After composting and vermicomposting, we discussed about recycling, then reuse, okay, and after reuse, student, landfill. So you see here, composting and vermicomposting is the method by which we can use to dispose the garbage that is biodegradable. Okay, so biodegradable, it means which can be decomposed with the help of the microorganisms. Okay, composting, student, it can be done with the help of the microorganisms that includes fungi and bacteria. Fungi and bacteria. Although the method of the composting and vermicomposting is almost the same. Okay, composting, it occurs with the help of the red worms. Okay, recycling, student, it can be of plastics, it can be of paper, it can be of glass, it can be of metals. If we talk about the reuse, so the materials, a lot of materials which we can use it again and again. That is what? That is reuse. Landfill help in converting garbage land into park or playground. So this is the method that we can use when all these methods will not work. So you see here, student, these step is totally dependent upon the type of garbage. When we take a garbage which can be decomposed, so we separate it and we throw it in the soil. We dig a bit there and we keep it there, and by the process of composting we convert it into compost. If we want to get a good quality of a manure, then we use the process of vermicomposting. Now all this biodegradable material is converted into compost. Now the non-biodegradable. So in the non-biodegradable also, we will separate those material which can be recycled by sending it to their respective industries or the factories. So that process includes the recycling method. Okay, so these are the different objects which we will send it to their respective factories, and where they will recycle and can be used, converted into new form, into fresh form. Then, okay, some of them can be recycled, some of them cannot be recycled. So what we used to do, we used to reuse it. Okay, and then we can use it in a different form or use it again. Now, with all these things, if a garbage is such kind which cannot be recycled, which cannot be composed, which cannot be reused, then we use this method of the landfill, where we throw all the garbage, such kind of a garbage, and when the land filled with the garbage, we keeps on adding soil to make the surface smooth, make the surface even, and finally we will convert it into playground. Or we will make it to undergo to a furnace with a very high temperature, that is known as incinerator, and there we will burn it at a high temperature, and finally it will get converted into ashes, and we throw that ashes on the land. This will reduce the amount of the garbage, and by which again the process of landfill, in which we will continuously add the soil, even the land to make it plain, and finally we will convert it into park or playground. So this is the different method of a disposal. Now student, we will move to another topic, and that is plastics. So you see here, plastics. Question arises whether this plastic is a boon or curse. What is this boon or curse mean? Now you see, in our daily life, a lot of things are there, lot of material that we use is basically made of plastic. Like that of a plastic toy is there, plastic bag is there, plastic container is there, plastic jars are there, plastic shoes are there, electric wires are there, cup is there, plate is there, bucket. So you see all the things, even the appliances like that of the refrigerator, in the radio, in the television, there is the use of a plastic material. So you see, when you look around, you will find that all the thing, all the material which is present around you, it somehow, maybe the content will be less, will be more, the percentage of the plastic will be less, will be more. But yes, it is consisting of a plastic or it is made up of a plastic. So now you can imagine that whether life is possible without plastic, or is it possible to remove all the plastic from the material? No. So it is a part of our life now. Okay. So we use for a small and smaller thing, we are totally dependent on the plastic. We use plastic. We used to carry the things. Even the switches today, you see, that is also made up of a plastic. Table is there, chair is there, okay, comb is there, okay. So all these things are made up of a plastic. So you can say that yes, we are using a lot of a material in our daily life which is a part of our life, and that is made up of a plastic. So plastic is a boon for us. Okay, it is a boon for us, it is useful for us. Okay, it is a part of our life. Okay, so we can say, if we talk about the plastic as a boon to us, so a lot of a material that we use in our daily life including, we can write some of the examples also, student, like pen, like chair, like table, like bags, toys, switches, cup, plates, bucket, in the television, in the radio, okay, a refrigerator, etc. So you see here, students, that in all these things, even more than that, the plastic is used. So a lot of material that we use in our life, these are made up of plastics. So they plays a very important role in our day-to-day activities. Day-to-day activities. Okay, and that is why we can say that plastic is a boon for us. It is very essential for us. Okay, so plastics are boon to us. Okay, since we are dependent on it, since we use a lot of material which is made up of plastic, so we can say that yes, plastic is very important for us, so plastic is a boon for us. Boon Okay, so we can say it is a kind of a boon for us. Now, it is a curse for us. How, students? So you see, okay, we are using a lot of a material which is made up of a plastic. But if you see, it causes a lot of a pollution also. Because you know that when you throw a plastic, some of the plastic it can be recycled and some of the plastic it cannot be recycled. Okay, so there are most of the plastic are there which cannot be recycled. So it cannot be recycled. And the second thing, that is it possible to decompose plastic? No, because it do not rot. Okay, so rot it means it cannot be decomposed with the help of the microorganisms. So microorganisms they cannot decompose it, so we can say that they cannot rot. Okay, and now so it cannot be recycled, it cannot be rot. So what is it? It is a non-biodegradable. Okay, so if you leave it, if you throw it in the soil or somewhere at the road, what it will do? It will increase the number of the garbage as well as it causes a lot of a pollution, which includes the water pollution, which includes the air pollution, which includes the soil pollution. Now you do one thing, student. You throw a plastic bottle, a discarded or an old plastic bottle, and cover it with the soil, and after 3 to 4 months, when you dig it and try to see the plastic bottle, whether it will get converted into compost or not, you will see it will remain the same. There is no change in the state of the plastic. So this proves that even though it is present for many years in the soil, it will not going to change. It will remain the same, and thus it causes a soil pollution. Now, if you take a plastic and you throw it in the water, okay, or you take the garbage and you throw it in the river like that. So what happened? This water, or if you throw it in a dirty water in the sewer, then what will happen? It will going to choke the pipe of the sewer. Then what will happen? Where the water will be not able to pass, even if the rainwater occur. So the excess amount of water, if the drain pipe is choked by that of the plastic bag or by that of a plastic, so what will happen? It will not allow water to pass through it. And thus finally what will happen? It will cause a flood like a situation at that particular place. Or if the drain pipe get locked, get choked by that, or the sewer pipe is choked by that of a plastic. So ultimately, what it will do? It will go. The dirty water will comes to the city also. Okay, and this dirty water, if it is coming to the city, or it will get spread over the road, so it will cause a disease. Now you have seen the people, they used to throw the garbage here and there, and including that of the plastic bags also. So the cattle, like that of the cow or the buffalo, they used to eat it, because that plastic bag, if it is consisting of any food item, so instead of throwing the food item by separating the plastic bag from the food item, people they used to throw it as usual. So what will happen? The cattle, they used to eat it, the food item as well as the plastic. So it will cause a death to that of the organisms. Not only this, student, if a collection, if a lot of plastic bags are there, and if you try to reduce the amount of garbage by burning it, so is it that solution? No. Why is it so? Because when you burn the plastic, it will release a very harmful gases. And this harmful gases can cause the breathing problem also. So it will go to the atmosphere and causes the air pollution. So you see here, it is the cause of a lot of pollution, including the air, including the water, including the soil, and not only this, student, it will cause the death of the living organisms. So we can say by that plastic is okay boon because we are using it, but actually it is a curse. Okay, so why plastic is a curse? Because it will cause a pollution, and it is a cause of the death of the living organisms. Let us discuss that by writing each and every point, that why plastic is a curse. Plastic First one. Okay. So students, we can say that plastics or all the plastics all the plastics cannot be recycled. Okay, it means most of the plastic materials are non-biodegradable. So it means the plastic materials are non-biodegradable. So you see here student, all the plastic cannot be recycled. What does that mean? That the plastic materials are non-biodegradable. So there are only few amount of plastics are there which can be recycled. Okay, and most of the plastic they cannot be recycled, and you know that they are non-biodegradable. It means they cannot be converted into compost. Okay, so what are the different things by which we can say that plastic becomes a curse for us? So it cannot be recycled, it is a non-biodegradable. So the first thing that came is the plastic do not rot. Plastics do not rot. Do not rot, what does that mean? Decomposed by microorganisms. Okay, so plastics do not rot, it means it is not decomposed by the microorganism, and that is why these plastics are thrown away here and there. Okay, so we can see, so it is thrown away, so it is thrown away carelessly on road. Okay, so it is thrown away carelessly on road and other places, and due to this student, it gets into drains and block the sewage pipe. Okay, and blocks the sewage or sewer. Okay, so these plastics which we used to throw it carelessly to the road, to the other places, so finally it will goes to that of the drain and it will block the pipe. Okay, and as the pipe get blocked students, so what will happen? The dirty water which is in the sewer, it will comes outside into the road and enters into the city. So we can write it, then dirty water of sewers comes to the road and spread disease. Okay, so because of that, the sewer pipeline, it gets blocked because of the plastics, and these plastic bags they choke, they block the pipes and due to which the water comes to the city. Okay, to the road and spread diseases, or you can say comes to the road and that of the cities. Now, not only this, student, if you see that what happened basically when the sewer pipeline get blocked, so the rainfall, when the rainfall occur, these rainwater will also not able to go. Okay, so because the sewer pipeline or the sewer pipeline is blocked, is choked by that of the plastic bag. So when the rainwater occurs, so this rainwater finally goes to the drain. Okay, and enter into the sewer. So it is not able to make the rainwater to pass, and due to which what will happen, it will cause a flood like a situation in that particular place. So we can write it. Rainwater also does not pass through the sewer due to choking by the plastic. Hence, causes flood like a situation. Flood like a situation at that area. So you see here, student, because of that you see a lot of issues created at the sewer line. The dirty water comes as well as the rainwater will not able to pass, and due to which it will cause as a flood like a situation. So this is the first problem that we talk about that plastic, how it becomes a curse for us. If you see the second one, students, so you have seen the people, they used to throw the garbage outside their houses, and the cattle animals, they used to eat it. Okay, so we can write it. That second one is people used to throw the garbage at places anywhere, and the cattle animals, they eat the plastics along with food items. So what it will create, student? These cattle animals, when they take the plastic bags along with that of the food item, they will choke, and they will cause choke and finally the death of the animal. So it will lead death of the cattle animals. Okay, so second one is the people, they used to throw the garbage, and due to which the cattle animal, they eat it, and finally it will causes the death of that of the animals. Okay, then student, what we used to do, third one, that when we used to burn the plastics. Okay, so a garbage of a heap of a plastic, when we burn it, it releases harmful gases, and these harmful gases goes to the atmosphere and causes the air pollution. So the third one is that is when a heap of plastic are burnt, it produces a lot of harmful gases. So you see here student, when a heap of plastics are burned, it produces a lot of harmful gases, and these gases goes to the atmosphere and can cause cancer. Thus, it is also responsible for creating air pollution and ultimately death. So you see here students, when we used to burn the plastic, so what happened? This will create a lot of harmful gases, okay, and these gases will go to the atmosphere. Not only this student, these gases, they are very dangerous to the living organisms. They are cancerous, or they can give the disease, and that is cancer. Okay, so we can say that it is not only responsible for causing the air pollution, for degrading the quality of the air, but it also causes this dangerous disease. Okay, so plastics, they should not be burned because it will cause it will create harmful gases. Okay, now we talk about the next one students, and that is why we should never dispose the plastics. Next one is, that is, sometimes what happens students, these plastic bags are used for carrying some of the poisonous substances. Okay, so we can write it. Plastics which is used up for storing the poisonous substances thrown or dumped, thrown, picked up by the rat pickers. Rat pickers are those who used to collect the garbage, students. So they pick up the rat. This is picked up by the rat pickers and washed and used again by the shopkeeper. Okay, shopkeepers. Now you see here, students, chances will be there that the plastics in which we had kept some harmful substance or the poisonous substance, when we throw it outside, when we dump it in the dustbin or in the garbage, the rat pickers, they used to collect it, they used to wash it and give it to the shopkeepers. The shopkeepers, they use it for the different purpose. So if suppose it is used for packing that of the food item, student, so what will happen? It will be very dangerous for us. Okay, so we can write it that if shopkeeper use this plastics for packing food items, can cause harm to us. caskets which we used is for keeping some of any poisonous substance, and when we throw it, ultimately if it is used by that of the shopkeeper in packing of the food item, and if you consume that food item, it will be harmful for your health. So by all these examples, students, what we have understood that plastic, it also becomes a curse for us. Okay, we are using the plastic for different purpose, but you see that not only this, but it will more than a curse than that of a boon. So if the question is that plastic is a boon or curse, you will write that although we use plastic for different purpose, for carrying the thing, for packing, for making the different types of material that we use in our daily life, but actually it becomes a curse now, because it will create a pollution, it will cause the death of the living organisms. So you see, we have discussed that it does not decompose, so it causes a soil pollution. Not only this, if it is thrown anywhere and if it goes to the drain to the sewer, it will choke the pipe, and finally it will cause a flood like a situation there. Not only this, the dirty water will come to the road, to the city, okay, and make the surrounding dirty also. Cattle animals are there, students. If plastics are thrown anywhere like this, it is used for packing the food items, and now this food items is thrown outside. So what will happen? The cattle animals, for eating the food which is present in the plastic, they will eat the plastic also. Okay, and ultimately it will choke. It will create choke in their neck, and finally it may cause the death. So it will cause a harm to those organisms, as well as it may lead to death of the cattle animals. Not only the students, if you see that when you burn a lot of plastic, it will releases the harmful gases. Now these gases goes to the air and create air pollution. It degraded the purity of air, as well as since these harmful gases, they are cancerous, so they are harmful for our health also. And if you see that if we had kept a poisonous substance and we throw it outside, finally if it is washed and kept by that of the shopkeeper, and shopkeeper has given to us again by packing that of the food item with the same plastics in which we had kept the poisonous substance, so ultimately if we eat the food item, it may harm our health. So by this we can say that plastic, it becomes a curse for us. Okay.